Hey there, and welcome back to the Traffic Masters Academy. So in this video, I'm going to show you another type of ad that you can create, and this is going to be around your Facebook status updates. So if you have a Facebook fan page, which all of you should have already set up, because it's very important that you have one with all the types of ads that we're going to be running throughout this module. But this particular type of ad, you're going to need to create a Facebook status update on your fan page, and I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, so I'm over here on my fan page, and as always, one of the things that you need to always get into the habit of doing if you're building your business online using Facebook is to always be posting valuable content. Now, that doesn't mean posting links all the time, pitching your products and opportunity. One of the reasons why we've been so successful online is because we've built a solid brand. As you can see, I have over 50,000 fans on this particular fan page. And not only are we doing paid advertising, but I do a bunch of free Facebook marketing strategies too. And one of those is interacting with the fans on my page, providing value to them daily, whether that be through images with inspiring quotes on them, which I've done several of them here, pictures of our personal life. There's a picture of my daughter. You see, I let people into our personal life also because it gives people the opportunity to get to know you. And that's really important on social media. You can't just be some sort of image behind the computer. You need to be more than that. Somebody who is relatable, where people can relate to you. They can get to learn more about you. They get to discover your story and your struggles and how you've risen to where you are, or the journey that you're on right now. Again, always think of having a person sitting next to you. And as if you're having a conversation with them and you want to talk to them about your business. You're not going to just go and pitch them immediately. You're going to ask them questions. You're going to inquire about them, find out what they like, what they don't like, what they're looking for. You're going to be somebody who is motivational to them, a leader, inspirational, to where they are attracted to you like a magnet and they want to work with you because they see that beauty. They see that maybe you are the vehicle that could get them to the next level. So again, it's relationships. It's key to everything. So I post several times a day. If you were to come over to my fan page, you would see that. So today we're going to talk about how to get these status updates in front of your fans and in front of a specific audience that we're going to target. So this is kind of going to be two different options here that you can create with this particular type of ad. So let's start with the first one. So when I come in here, there are times where I will post a status update. So here's an example of a status update. And I want you to follow along with the way I structure these status updates. So for example here, I'm promoting a webinar and I talk about it's webinar time, exclamation mark. You know, I'm very bubbly, outgoing. I'm speaking in the type of voice that I would naturally speak in if somebody were sitting next to me, and I want you to be that person too. So if you're not the type of person that would get all excited, then obviously don't put an exclamation mark. But if you have a fun, outgoing type of personality, let that shine through in your status updates. So again, it's webinar time, July 22nd at 9 p.m. Eastern. You will discover the world of retargeting your visitors to your website, all via Facebook advertising. So the very first thing that I did is I introduced my audience to what I am going to be showing them, or what they're going to discover in the webinar. So if you're out there promoting a program, maybe you're promoting Mauve, then you would want to give some sort of little teaser or information about what they will discover if they click on this link that you're going to add into your status update. Meaning, will they discover a free video? So in this free video, you're going to discover the 21 steps to earning $1,000, $3,000, $5,000 commissions. In this webinar, you're going to discover blah, 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 blah. You know, you got to give some people some information, grab their attention immediately. Then you want to make sure that you post your link up high, because if you post it down here, people are going to have to click the see more button. So let me show you an example of what happens here. And you don't want to give people more hoops to go through. You want to make it easy. So you can see the link is up here. Nobody has to click the see more, but I'm going to go ahead and click it to see the rest of what I've written. But make sure your links are up here at the top. So I'm giving more information. My special guest who will be doing the majority of the training will be the one and only Nick. click on the link. So I'm giving a call to action. Click on the link in this. Well, let's get that to go away. I may have to refresh this. All right. Click on the link in this description to secure your seat for only $47. And if you cannot attend live, we will get you the recording. I added that in there because a lot of people have asked me, if I can't attend this webinar live, will I get the recording? So give as much information as you can. After the live webinar, if you want to buy the replay, the price will go up to $97. I've put in a little bit of a scarcity factor there. You always want to do stuff like that when you're structuring your status updates, but don't make them sound too hypey. Again, relationships. If you're going to sound hypey, like all these income claims and guarantees and things like that, Facebook isn't, one, going to approve your ads, but you're also going to be turned off. You're going to be turning off a lot of people that are looking at your status updates. So the next part, if you're advertising, so now I'm relating to the person reading this, okay? If you are advertising on Facebook, you need to learn this strategy and the layers involved to setting this all up, or you won't beat out your competition. So I'm touching on some pain there. A lot of people who are in Facebook are having trouble getting their ads approved. They're having trouble getting leads. They're having trouble making sales. So I've touched on a little pain here. How can they outbeat their competition? I've talked about that they have to know how to create retargeting ads. So if you are advertising on Facebook, you need to learn this strategy. Okay, so some other examples would be if you are promoting another link, and I don't suggest, you don't always have to create ads around status updates like this that don't have links. I prefer to only create engagement ads around status updates that are going to lead to something. Is it going to lead to my blog where there will be some offers on there? That's an idea for you. Is it going to go to a video where you give a call to action? That's a good example of creating a status update or a page post engagement ad. Is it going to go to a webinar? You always want it to go to something that's going to either get you leads or make you sales or just get you traffic in general. And that's the type of ad. So here's another one. I gave an example of, some income that we made in Mob. We did, so far this month, we're up to 72,000. And so I could give a link here, and this might be something. You got to be careful though, right now. Facebook still has the rule, and this could change, that if you create a page post engagement ad, that the image in your ad cannot have text in it that takes up more than 20% of the image space. Now, if it were on the right-hand side, you created a page post engagement ad that showed up on the right, that rule does not apply to that. So anything like this, if I wanted to create an ad around this image right here, it's got text in it. Does it take up more than 20% of the image space? Yes, Facebook will probably deny that ad. Again, here's another one. This is going to be one amazing webinar. If you aren't using retargeting with your Facebook ads, then you're running behind your competition. Again, I'm letting them know what is coming up and what they're going to be missing out on if they don't check out this blog post. Here's another one where I'm promoting a webinar. Made a mistake and put the link down too low. So you want to make sure that link is up high. And look how I'm having a conversation. So I do a little something on the side that some of you may not know. Even though most of our marketing is done on Facebook, I also do YouTube videos and post content on my blog. But instead of going out there and trying to announce to the entire world and do paid advertising to get more traffic to those videos and blog posts, I get that content ranked for specific keywords in search engines. So see how I'm telling a story? I'm showing you these examples because I want you to get a feel for what your status updates need to look like before you create that ad. And then I go into and giving an example. For instance, I may do a video on Facebook dark posts, and I will go and rank it on page 1 of Google or YouTube for that keyword. So when people search for that keyword to learn more about dark posts, they find me. Now, how the heck did I learn this? Easy. I took the shortcut and learned from my buddy, blah, 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 and then I give the link, okay? Notice how I told a story. That's how your status updates should be structured. So let's go in and let me show you how to set up this page post engagement ad. I'm going to go back into the ad manager. I'm going to click on my ad account. And then I'm going to create a brand new ad. And we're going to click on what's called page post engagement. And you're going to need to add in your fan page here. And if you already created that status update, what you're going to need to do you can come in here and you can find that in this drop down box. So I'm going to go through here and I'm going to look for that status update. Let's see if I can find it. I did that a while back, so okay, here we go. So that's that status update. We're going to click continue. And now we have the option of, again, choosing the desktop newsfeed, the mobile newsfeed in the right-hand column. All right, so you already know what we do from the first one is we're going to remove from the mobile newsfeed and from the right-hand column. You don't need to do anything in this area here. These are advanced options. You could use URL tags. I suggest you just take a look at this, see if it's something you know how to do or you can learn how to do. I don't necessarily use those. If you have a tracking pixel, which I will show you in a later video how to create, but if for those of you that already know how to do this and you have a tracking pixel installed on your website and you want to track conversions, you want to track website clicks, then you would want to choose that pixel. But for the sake of this beginner training, I'm not going to go into that because that's more advanced and you don't necessarily need that to get started. Then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to come down here, we're going to create our audience. So we're going to run this ad in the United States. You know the process of this. We choose one country here because if we want to also do Canada, we need to create a whole nother ad for that. And then we're going to choose the age range. So let's go 32 to 64. Again, choose your particular age range, choose the gender. If your product's only geared towards men or women, then obviously choose one of those. Languages, if you want to add in English here only, you can add in English here. Again, I've showed you this in the likes video ad. A lot of this is going to be repetitive. No, this is always an option for you. So if you need to choose people in a particular relationship, you can, a particular education. But again, this makes your audience smaller. So only use this if it's necessary for your particular type of audience that you need to create. Then we're going to come into interest here. Now we're going to skip in this ad interest because our goal here is to get our fans, leverage our fans, the fans that we already have on our page, the people that came to our page because they liked us. They like the information we provide. You're building a relationship with them. So we are going to target those fans now because Facebook right now with the algorithm that they're using, if you have a Facebook fan page, not all of your fans are seeing your status updates. I have over 50,000 fans. I might post a status update and only 1,000 of those fans ever see that status update. It's an algorithm and we don't know the exact formula, but just know that not all your fans are going to see it. So this type of ad is a great way to get eyeballs on your status updates from your fans. So what we're going to want to do is come down here and choose only target people connected to, and it'll say your fan page name here. So I'm going to check that box right there. And then what you're going to want to do is you can leave the interest, you can leave the behaviors, and now we can look at this. So what am I doing? I'm targeting people in the United States, age 32 to 64. They speak English and they're my fans. So I'm not targeting my fans under 32 because I've already specified the age range. So know that as you build this audience, if you decide to choose a income level or relationship, know that you're only targeting those fans who are single if you choose single or that earn over a certain income. So from there, again, you have the behaviors. All you're doing is you're starting to narrow down your fans and your target audience. So I typically will target all my fans in this particular offer because I'm creating a Facebook campaign. And then if you want to change, or a campaign for my Facebook webinar, and if I want to change this, I can do page post engagement ad for Facebook webinar. And then I click save. So now I've changed the campaign name. This is a brand new campaign. You can change the ad set if you want, targeting my fans, and then set how much do you want to do a day. Now, one thing that I am going to add to this ad set name is I'm going to come up here, and remember I said in the desktop news feed only. So I'm going to come in here and add desktop news feed. This is for my reference only. And then let's say I want to spend $10 a day. We've gone through this. If you have a lifetime budget, you can. I've discussed the reasons why you should just go per day. I want to run my ad continuously starting today. If you want to get your ad approved and start it a day or two from now, you would choose this option here and set the start date. And if you want to set an end date, maybe after the webinar or right up to the webinar date, if you're promoting a webinar, you can set that. But in this case, I'm going to run this ad continuously. I'm going to optimize for page post engagement. That is an option. If you're looking just for engagement on that ad, you certainly can. But in this situation, I want clicks. I want people to actually click on the ad and click, on the website link so I can, get more clicks. So we're going to optimize for clicks. I'm going to go ahead and let Facebook automatically optimize my bid to get more clicks. Now, if you choose to manually set your bid, meaning you want to just say, all right, Facebook, I'm willing to pay in this situation 47 cents for every click I get. This doesn't necessarily mean clicks on your link. This means clicks on the status update where people can click see more. It might mean they clicked like. You're going to get charged for that in either one of these situations. It does not necessarily mean clicking on the actual link to go to your offer. And in this case, it would be to a webinar link. So you need to choose. Let me give you some advice here. If you choose automatically optimize your bid to get more clicks, you're going to pay a little more, but Facebook's going to use their algorithm and they're going to go out there and they're going to actually show this ad to people whose behavior is most likely to click, meaning they have been tracking people's behaviors on who clicks more. And so that's why I like to use automatically optimize your bid for clicks. But for those of you that are on maybe a tight budget and you don't want to use the algorithm, then you can go ahead and select this option here. Set your bid somewhere in between this number. It's going to be different for everybody. Mine says 26 cents to 65 cents. I chose right in the middle for 47 cents. Again, you're not going to be using the algorithm, so this ad's just going to go out there and show to your fans, and you're not at the mercy of the algorithm that Facebook uses. So decide between the two. Which one do you want to use? I suggest you test it out. See which one you feel gets you the results you want. Facebook is the type of platform that requires a lot of testing for you to determine what works best for you, because what works best for me may not work best for you when it comes to things like this, because your copy is different, your offer is different, you are different, your fan page, what you represent is different. There's too many moving variables that come into play, but I want to show you this option. All right, so the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to place that order. And we got to create a similar ad because we did not add it to the mobile news feed. So let's add to the mobile news feed. Let's remove it from the desktop. And now we have it in the mobile news feed. So we can see what it looks like. It looks good. And we're going to leave everything else the same, and we're going to place the order. Let's create a similar ad. We'll come down here. We're going to add it to the right-hand side. And we're going to remove it from the mobile news feed. And then we're going to place the order. And now what do we have? We have 3 page post engagement ads. If we come look at this. And they're all in different sections. So this one is on the right-hand column of the desktop computer. This one is in the newsfeed of a mobile device. And this one, if you look right here, is in the newsfeed of a desktop. Now, I didn't change the ad set name here, so all you have to do is click on this little pencil right here. And now I can rename this and put, desktop news feed. And I could save that. So now I know that this ad's in the desktop newsfeed, and this one is in the mobile. So I could click this little pencil, and I could say mobile newsfeed. And same thing right here. I could say right-hand side, and I can click save. So that's how you create a status update on your Facebook fan page, and then you come in here and you create an ad to where you're actually targeting your fans. Now the next thing that you're going to want to do is within this campaign, you want to create another ad. Let's go back here and let me show you. So here is the campaign right here. It's in review. And we want to create another ad in this campaign. So make sure you select another ad in this campaign. And we're going to select our fan page. And then you're going to select that status update again that you created on your fan page. Because now what we want to do is we want to actually come in and we want to target a specific audience, not our fans. So again, same process. Remove it from the mobile newsfeed. Remove it from the right-hand side. Let's just start with the desktop newsfeed. Come in here. We have the United States. Let's change that age range to 32. And I just chose 32. I mean, you choose what works best for your offer. And 64, all men and women. We're going to target everybody that speaks English. Now here's the interest. So we need to ask ourselves, who would be interested in this Facebook webinar? Ask yourself, whatever it is you're promoting, who would be interested in your offer? Okay, now that you know the type of person that would be interested in your offer, is it an internet marketer? Is it an affiliate marketer? Is it somebody in network marketing? Is it somebody looking to build their business online using YouTube, Facebook, blogging? Ask yourself that question. Then ask, who else or what other interest would that person have that I could go out and target? So in this situation, I want to target people that want to learn how to build their business online using Facebook. So it might be affiliate marketers. So I could come in here and type affiliate marketers. And there we go. Well, we don't have a big audience there. There's only about 5,000 there. So that's not, actually 1,240. So that's not big enough. So I'm going to close that out. And I'm going to say, let's see. There is a, let's think of a leader out there. Maybe for me, Tony Robbins. That might be a good one. I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs that follow Tony Robbins that might be interested in learning how to build their business online using Facebook. So in this section right here, you only want to add one interest. Let me talk about that again. I talked a little bit about it in another video, but if you add in also Mike Dillard here in the targeted interest, and I like to get that targeted interest above 75,000. So your potential reach will show here. Right now I'm reaching 800,000 people. Keep it above 75,000. That'll be a good ad running. If you don't have that, then you need to find a different interest to target. So right now I'm targeting all the people that like Mike Dillard and Tony Robbins. Now if this ad starts to run, what's going to happen is Facebook's going to show this ad, and if Tony Robbins' audience is giving me a lot of clicks, I'm getting really good results from that, Facebook's going to reward me and not charge me very much for clicks. Now, if Mike Dillard is not getting me a lot of clicks, his audience is not clicking very much, Facebook's going to charge me more for those costs per click. So the average is going to be higher than I really need to pay. So you've got to determine, does the Tony Robbins audience get you a lot of clicks? And does it get you low cost per clicks? And does it get you the results you want? If you know it does, then you could come back and write that down on a notepad and then create another ad and test, does Mike Dillard get you clicks? Does it get you the results you want in this particular offer? If it does, then you can combine the two together. But if it doesn't, at least you know now which audience is not performing well for you. So it's very important that you only add one audience in here in the beginning to split test this up so you understand which is your best audience. So we don't know that now. So I'm only going to leave Tony Robbins in here. And again, you still have the more demographics option. You still have the behavior options. And again, not all of these are available if you add in like Australia or United Kingdom. Some of these more demographics are only available if you're targeting an audience in the United States. And then we need to come in here, since we already created an ad that's targeting our fans. Make sure that you check the box, only people not connected to Michelle Pesco-Solido, or it'll have your fan page here. Because if we already have an ad running, we don't need to targeting our fans. We don't need to target them again in another ad, especially when it's the same ad. We're creating a page post engagement ad. It's the exact same thing. So don't spend your money in two areas that you're already doing it in one, okay? Now, again, you can change the campaign name if you want. And what I would do is change this, over to, well, if you create a new campaign, it's going to go under a different one. We want to leave it under that campaign. But let's create a new ad set and call this, Robbins, because that's who I'm targeting. This is my daily budget. I'm going to run my ad continuously starting today. And for this one, I'm going to optimize for clicks. Maybe this time I'm going to automatically optimize my bid to get more clicks, and I'm going to place the order. In the same process, what do? We create a similar ad. Everything else stays the same, but we add it to the mobile news feed. We remove it from the desktop, and we place the order. We create a similar ad. We add it to the right-hand side. We remove it from the mobile news feed, and we place the order. And we click continue. And now, as you can see, some of these have already been approved, and we've got one ad in the newsfeed of the mobile device targeting all the people that like Tony Robbins. You can see it right there. And again, if we wanted to change this, we could. So I could say mobile and click save. And then we've got this one. It shows right here. It's on the right-hand column. It's targeting all the people who like Tony Robbins, right-hand side. And the third ad is the one in the desktop newsfeed. So now you have 3 ads right here that are targeting a specific interest that you have set up. So you've got 3 ads under this campaign that's targeting your fans. So now you can get your fans who are already a fan of you, and if you start promoting some things and you start targeting them in your ads, now they're going to be able to see what your offers are, and hopefully this time your ad or the placement, the sponsored story, will be right in front of them. So let me just show you real quick if I can find an example of what this is going to look like. So I'm in my news feed right now. If I go down through here, when it says that this ad is showing in the desktop of a news feed, this is where you would see that ad. And how you know that that is an actual ad is you would see something underneath here that would say sponsored. I don't see any running right now if I go through here, but you would see that on there. Now, what does it mean on the right-hand side? This is the area where your ad would run on the right-hand side. And I'm not on a mobile phone, but I can't show it to you, but you saw an example in your back office when you created that ad, that here is basically what it looks like. It's going to look like this. If someone's using a smartphone and they're in their Facebook application, they will see this ad in their news feed. And then this way you're going to be able to determine after these ads start running which one is getting you the best results. So again, if you're running this ad in the mobile news feed and the desktop news feed in the right hand side as one ad, you won't know which ad is getting you the better results. So it's very important that you split these 3 up and then also target one audience. So that's all I have when it comes to creating these page post engagement ads. The next training we have up, we'll be creating another ad, so I'll see you in that training. Bye-bye.